I am the door, and if anyone enters me, he will go in and out and find pasture.
Hello, I'm Cardinal Roger Mahoney, and I'd like to tell you about the wonder of the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels here in the very heart of the City of Angels. Plans to build a cathedral in Los Angeles were discussed as early as the year 1859. In 1876, a new cathedral dedicated to St. Vibiana was formally blessed. Located at Main and 2nd Streets, St. Vibiana Cathedral served the Los Angeles community very well for more than a century. However, over the years, various earthquakes continued to damage the cathedral. The Northridge earthquake in 1994 was the final blow, which caused St. Vibiana's to be closed, leaving Los Angeles without a cathedral for the first time in 118 years. In 1995, the church announced its plans to build a new cathedral on this elevated site along El Camino Real and in the heart of downtown Los Angeles. Ground blessing ceremonies were held in the fall of 1997, and on September 2nd, 2002, the Los Angeles community gathered for the formal blessing and dedication of the new Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels. Today, we continue to offer our praise to God for this new cathedral church and cathedral mausoleum. Yet, we do not gather here simply to celebrate its architectural and artistic achievements. While it's true that these achievements give homage to God and speak our thanks for the inspiration and artistry engraved in this soaring edifice, we gather here mainly to reflect more deeply on the true significance of this cathedral. It prompts us to consider how such a place of worship can make us more aware of God's presence in our everyday lives, and how God's transforming Word can truly change our lives. It also helps make us aware of what it means for us to be built up as a people, stone by stone, into this spiritual house, the living temple of the Lord. Here at the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels and its magnificent cathedral mausoleum, we lift up our hearts in prayer and enter more fully into the mystery of Christ's church. A church fruitful, holy, favored, and exalted. A church that celebrates the continuity of life and eternal life, and the continuity of our faith. Because our faith does not die when we do, it lives on through eternity.
The one thing I have desired of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord.
It wasn't something top of mind. In fact, it was something that most people never think about. Neither had Diane and I.
But then Ted's parents mentioned that they had purchased a crypt for themselves at the Cathedral Mausoleum, and went on to rave about how beautiful it was there.
At first, it kind of caught us by surprise, but then it made us think more seriously about things, as my parents had. After all, my father was not getting any younger, and he had begun to experience some serious health problems.
It wasn't something you want to think about, not at any age. But it is something that you have to think about, so that you're prepared in the best way possible when the time comes.
So we decided to call and take a tour of the Cathedral Mausoleum, as my parents had. And it was everything they told us it was and more. It was beautiful, peaceful, serene, sacred.
Of course, our circumstances were a little different than Ted's parents, because we prefer cremation when our time finally comes.
So, unlike my parents, we bought what you call a niche, a foot-square space where our ashes will be interred forever. And it wasn't far from my parents' crypt, which they were absolutely thrilled about, and so were we.
The whole process wound up giving all of us peace of mind, just to know that our final resting places were taken care of, and that someday we'd all be together in such a beautiful and sacred place.
As it turned out, my parents made the right decision at the right time, because unfortunately we lost my father the following year. But now we can visit him every week when we go to church, and we do. You know, my father deserves to be honored each day, to have prayers offered for him the way that he prayed for so many people. He gave us a lifetime of blessing and deserves an eternity of blessings in return.
When you think about it, what better gift could we possibly have given to our parents or to our children?
And what better gift could we have given to our church, or our church have given to us?
Historically, the word crypt, taken from the Greek meaning hidden, was the chamber beneath the main level of a church, used as a meeting place or burial place. Undoubtedly, it developed from the catacombs used by early Christians as hiding places from persecution and as funeral memorials to saints and martyrs. Early churches often were constructed over the tomb of martyrs. In fact, St. Peter's Basilica in Rome was built on St. Peter's tomb. Since then, it has become the final resting place for scores of popes, including the late John Paul II. The Cathedral Mausoleum is located on the lower level, directly beneath the altar, the same way the mausoleum beneath the altar in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome was constructed. It is the burial place for several bishops and archbishops who served the Archdiocese of Los Angeles since its founding. But the crypts and niches are also available for faithful members of the church laity who aspire to dwell in the house of the Lord forever. All proceeds from the Cathedral Mausoleum benefit the endowment to assure the financial stability of the cathedral for future generations. At the entrance to the Cathedral Mausoleum are two beautifully etched windows depicting guardian angels holding torches, reminding us of the care and love we have for our departed. 16 large stained glass windows and 9 lunettes, originally crafted for St. Vibianus Cathedral, are also installed in the Cathedral Mausoleum. The lighted windows are of the Baroque Revival style and were restored by one of the most renowned and oldest liturgical studios in North America.
As you know, cremation has become more popular among Catholics. In designing the Cathedral Mausoleum, we took this into consideration, and we have provided ample space to meet this request.
That I may dwell in the house of the Lord forever, all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord.
For more information on the Cathedral Mausoleum or for a mausoleum tour, call 213-680-5226.
It is my dream and fondest hope that the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels and the Cathedral Mausoleum will instill a sense of peacefulness upon all who behold it. Our hearts and souls should experience soothing comfort in God's house on our journey to the light that never ends. Thank you, and God bless you.